Okay guys, this is Blackie from Shaman's Forge Bushcraft. I want to show you something right quick. Now we've all heard of char cloth. You know what that is? That's simply cloth that's been burned in an environment that has very little oxygen, and therefore it makes char rather than being consumed. Well, this is char right here. Now I know that's obvious, but let me explain a little bit. This is a piece of pretty soft punky wood that I picked up. I'm finishing up for the day and my fire is burning down to embers. I put this piece of wood in last. It was this one long piece, and you can see how the bark's decaying. It was a hardwood that I have now sat here, and it sat in the heat column up here on top of the fire, burned its way down, and it scorched and made all this. Now notice these break lines right here. I'm going to see if I can zoom in and get a good close-up of that. Okay, see these very distinct marks like right here? This is where the wood itself got hot, it constricted and busted, because each layer of wood is like a ring of an onion, one on top of the next. So what is happening is the heat has actually started heating the interior of this wood to the point that what you're seeing here, smoke, is actually hot gases coming off. Yeah, it's still burning in a couple places, but those cracks act like vents, like on a steam geyser or whatever. And like right here, they allow the gases interior to the wood to escape to the surface because they've reached the combustion point. They're hot enough. Now, how does this apply to bushcraft? It's because I have let my fire burn down, and I have now brought this one out from the fire. I set it off to the side when it burned really well. And now, as you see, when you scrape it, what comes off is not wood, but it's char. Now, right now it's fragile. It's like ash. As you can see right there, it just disintegrates. However, like the end of this one right here is not. Now, tomorrow, after this is thoroughly cooled and everything, I'll take my knife, and with the tip of my knife, I'll bust off several of these pieces of char and put them into my char can. Now, a piece of char will catch a spark just like char cloth, and therefore you can make this in your fire. Let's say you had some tinder wood and you got a fire started, but you don't have any way to make char cloth, and you don't want to start sacrificing all your clothes. You can make char. If you can find a piece of punky wood like this, roast it in the flames until it starts doing this, then pull it off, sit it on the side of the fire, keep it close to the heat, and let it gasify like this until it is cool to the touch. Bust these off, put them into a tin or something, strike your sparks into that, and you've got a way to start fire. It'll catch, start burning, become a coal again. Wrap it in your bird's nest, blow, just like char cloth. Now, tomorrow I'll try to demonstrate it. So, stay with me. I'll be back in a minute. That nice dry bundle of thistle down in there. I get a spark in that now. It's going to be all over. Tried to. Alright. There we go. Fire from Char. Now, is it harder? Absolutely. But if you get a can and cover the bottom with Char to maximize your strikes, eventually you're going to catch one. And when it catches, it starts glowing. Just keep blowing on it and turns right back into a coal. And you can use it to start. It's right now 29 degrees. It is snowed this morning, believe it or not, in South Alabama. And it rained for about an hour. Pine straw was damp right off the ground, and I used some dry tinder I had stored back. And there, gentlemen and ladies, we have fire. Hope this gives you some ideas. I'm Blackie for Shaman's Forge Bushcraft. Wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.